Hello and welcome to this new class in our series Harmonious Immunity, related to the understanding of how our body is answering to what life presents as a proposal in the way of saying illness. When we say illness, we are trying to understand that it's not an enemy, it's not an attack. We don't need to enter in a war environment, but we need to understand how our balanced functions in our physical body, our emotions as waves of the sea, our thoughts connecting everything, and especially our subtle body, our energetic body, needs to be balanced to confront or dance with illness. So today we're gonna experience a very mysterious part of our body. We don't really know what is, because we don't feel it usually. It's the spleen. The spleen is in the left side of our body, inside our abdomen, underneath our last rib of the left side. It's a very it's like a tennis ball, and we feel it when we make a very big effort, like running too much, and the spleen accumulates some blood, so it feels like a pressure in the left side of our body. So the spleen, in a very subtle way, help us to be ready and open and receptive on what life presents, what proposal presents, what dance is to be danced. So spleen, for the ancient cultures, is related to the left side, obviously, and it's the guide of the left side. It's like a light lightning the left side. In the Andean cultures, is the guide of the yoke side, the mystical side, the mysterious side. For the Middle America's cultures, is called Nahual. Nahual is rooted in the spleen. So the spleen, the functions, the physiological functions, is related to detect intruders or foreign bodies in our blood. Something that is not it's not good for our body. So the spleen detects and filters the blood to take out all these strange bodies. But at the same time, the spleen is connected with the axis of the hypothalamus, pituitary, and adrenals. That axis answers to the threats. It's a very natural and very important reaction against any threat. So if we live in a circumstance that we need to be prepared to run, prepared to be fighting against a threat, this axis answer letting the cortisol, which is a very strong hormone, comes to our blood and prepares all our body to answer to that threat. But the problem is that we take some decisions in our lives related to our culture that put us in a permanent threat. We imagine threats in our daily life, and this axis is permanently making our body produce cortisol. For that, our spleen prepares for the threat, for a permanent threat, and at some point the spleen stops to or gets diminished to work as a filter of the strange bodies. So for that, we need to understand that the spleen is related with our worries, with our concerns. Any worries in our life make our spleen to diminish its functions. What we need to take out of that worries is the feelings of benevolence, kindness, sweetness. We need to change the focus on the selfish life and come out to be kind, to be sweet, to care for others. For that, the spleen starts to light like a lantern, lighting the left side, lighting the mystical side. So the exercise we want to share right now will help you to make your spleen recover these functions of being a lantern in your left side. We're gonna share this class in a seated position. So you could be assuming this posture like a yoga posture, but you can be seated in a chair or in a sofa as you can be comfortable and with your spine erected, straight spine. And the most important thing you need to know about this class before we start is that you need to take decisions to take out the worries that are imaginary. That's the most important thing. We could make exercise to let the spleen come back to the lighting function. But if you don't take the right decisions, or the decisions that you are postponed, you won't take all the benefits of these kind of exercises. So let's start. The first part is preparing our body, and then we're gonna share some ritual movements. So the first thing is just take your head one side and push a bit with your right hand. Push to the right, stretching the left side of your neck. Breathe in and out, and push. Release. Left side. Push. When you breathe out, push a bit more. And feel how the stretching of your right side feels good. Feels really good. All right. Now, take your head back and look at the sky. Just the weight of your head. And then come down to your chest. And feel how the upper spine stretches. And we're gonna roll our head to the left, making a very pleasant massage in our neck. All right, change the direction. 1, 2, and 3 times. Nice. All right. Roll your shoulders. Don't forget to breathe. To the front and to the back. All right. Stretch and extend your arms, and then we're gonna turn the upper body to the left. Your left hand is gonna try to hold the right side, and the right hand is gonna try to grab your ear, and we're gonna try to turn our spine. Release your right hand and come back to the center. Again, but now we're gonna turn to the right. My right hand is gonna try to hold the left side of our body. And with the left hand, we're gonna try to grab the right ear and turn your body. Breathe in and out and feel that tension in your body. Come back to the center. Again, we're gonna do it one more time. Turn your body. Left hand, right hand. And come back to the center. Last time. Turn your body to the right. And come back to the center. Loose your hands, taking out all the dense energy of your daily life, your worries, all that thoughts that are pushing you down. All right, nice. Stretch your arms to the front and hold your fingers and try to wave an imaginary flag, stretching your forearms. All right. All right, nice. Oof. Just that little movement helps you to enter to a different state. All right. The first thing is to root and activate our spleen with our breath. And for that, we're gonna try to make an inverted abdominal breath. That's a very long name, but don't worry, I'm gonna guide you to make you feel that activation. As we made in other classes, we need to make our breath complete. For that, we knew that we have an abdominal part of our breath, making the diaphragm loose and pushing air to the lungs, making pressure to the abdomen, pushing air to the lower part of our lungs, the abdominal part. And then we can push a bit more and expand the thoracic part of our lungs. And then the last part, the last bit, the top part of our lungs, the clavicle part. So we are gonna try to feel the complete breath right now. Put your hands in your belly to feel your left hand in your belly and your right hand in your thorax to help your body to remember that. Breathe out. And as you breathe in, try to push air in the lower part of your abdomen, making your belly comes out, expand your belly, and then push a bit more air and make your thorax expand. Feel it in your right hand, and then the upper part, and breathe out. All right. Breathe naturally, just a bit more, and then we're gonna try again. Breathe out and breathe in the lower part, abdominal part, making your abdomen expand, thoracic and clavicle. And as you breathe out, try to make it silently. If you do it without any noise, you're gonna make it right. You're gonna make it controlled, relaxed. So that's the complete breath. Abdominal, thoracic and clavicle. But now we're gonna make a variation, a very important variation. We're gonna try to focus the energy coming from the breath to activate the spleen. For that, we're gonna breathe in the abdomen, but we're gonna hold the muscles of the abdomen. The lungs are gonna go down and expand, but as they don't have the space to come and expand to the front, they're gonna go down to the back of our kidneys and spleen. So we're gonna imagine and try to guide the energy to the spleen, to activate the spleen. So we're gonna put our hands in the left side underneath our last rib as the area of the spleen. We're gonna breathe out and we're gonna breathe in like the abdomen, but holding the abdomen. So the diaphragm expands and the pressure comes to the back. Thoracic, clavicle, and hold a bit. Hold your breath and breathe out. Breathe in, and now normally we're gonna make it again, and as we make it, we could imagine that when we breathe in, all the vital force, the causa hepatia, activates the spleen. Breathe out and breathe in the abdomen, holding the muscles. Thoracic, clavicle, and hold. And imagine your spleen like a yellow light. And breathe out. and breathe naturally, feeling what happens in your left side. We're gonna do it one more time. Breathe out. And start to breathe in, holding your abdomen. Thoracic, clavicle, and hold as much as you can. And breathe out. And try to feel the spleen. All right. So now we shake up the spleen. We're gonna make the spleen to break the shells that recover the worries, like a shell recovering the spleen, like seed. All this vital force came like water, humidifying this seed. So we need to break that seed. And for that, we're gonna make a ritual movement. We call it muyu in Quechua language, which is seed. And we're gonna join our hands in our Costco, 4 fingers underneath your belly button, in your navel. And we're gonna make a shape with our hands, like a circle touching the ground. If you are in a chair, you just make the gesture. You don't need to touch the ground. Stretching our arms, coming up the sky, and change the direction to create the shape of a big seed in front of us. When it comes to the heart, we're gonna change the direction and come again down to the ground, to Mother Earth, coming up to the sky, to Father Sky, to Taita Inti, and change the direction. Oh, you see your thumbs are guiding the movement. In your heart, change the direction and breathe in. Complete breath and hold the beat and breathe out. Again, change direction, breathe in, and try to imagine that you are helping the shell of worries in your spleen to break. Breathe in, connecting Pachamama and Taita Inti. Breathe out. Again, breathe in. Up to the skies. Breathe out. Down to earth. Last time, breathe in. Hold the beat and breathe out, and gently stop in your Costco. Hold your hands and feel what happens in your spleen. All right. So we help the shell of our spleen to break. So now we're gonna help the spleen to root, to create roots to the Pachamama, Mother Earth, Uhu Pacha, to create roots to the Hanak Pacha, to the sky, to further sky, Taita Inti, and then to create roots to the present, to the right here and right now, to the present, to the K Pacha. For that, we're gonna make it just in the left side. With our left hand, we're gonna make a movement, a gesture, a ritual movement from our spleen, creating a round movement to the ground, like offering our attention, offering our care, our kindness, and come back. Bringing back the blessings from Pachamama and come back to the spleen. Again, we're gonna make it to the sky, facing our elbow to the sky, and create an arc to the sky, offering our kindness, our care, and come back, bringing back blessings from Taita Inti, and offering our attention, our consciousness to the present moment, to the K Pacha, and come back, bringing inspiration, blessings from K Pacha. All right? So we're gonna breathe in and root to Pachamama, breathe out, and come back with the blessings from Mother Earth. Breathe in, offer your care, and come back breathing out with the blessings. And breathe in, offer your kindness, your gratefulness, and come back with the blessings of the K Pacha. Again, breathe in, Pachamama. Go to the sky, breathe in. Gently, slowly, elegantly, breathe in and offer to K Pacha, and breathe out and come back to the center. I'm gonna do it one more time. Breathe in, roots, create a link with Pachamama, a real link, not a mental link, a subtle link. Come back to the center. Create a link to further sky, to Taita Inti, and come back to the center with its blessings. And breathe in and offer your gratitude, your attention, your consciousness to be aware of being alive, and come back to the center. Close your eyes and feel your spleen rooted to Mother Earth, to Father Sky, and to the present moment. Open your eyes. We're gonna make right now, in this story of coming back from the worries to the kindness in your spleen, we're gonna make a ritual movement. We call it Saiwa. It's a column, it's a pillar connecting directly vertically the ground and the sky, the landscape and the universe, Pachamama and Taita Inti. And for that, we're gonna make a movement from the spleen, breathing in. Our right hand is gonna go up, and our left hand at the same time is gonna go down and reach the ground. If you are in a chair, you could just touch or put your hands in your left side, holding your chair, and your right hand is gonna go up, facing the sky. Your look is in your right hand, imagining that you're gonna make a bridge, like a line between Mother Earth and Father Sky, and come back to the spleen. Again, now with your left hand coming up to the sky, your right hand is gonna go down and feel the stretching of your body and the connection between the ground and the sky, and come back to the spleen. Now we're gonna try it with our breath. We're gonna make a big breath and come up. Hold your breath and breathe out and come back to the spleen. Now with your left hand, breathe in. Stretch your body and feel the connection. Breathe out and come back to the spleen. Breathe in. Create a bridge between Pachamama and Taita Inti. Breathe out. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. Last time to the right. Breathe in. Connect with the sky. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. And hold your hands in your spleen, feeling that slowly your spleen is recovering its lights like a lantern. We're gonna make the last exercise. This is the most important exercise. We prepare all our physical, emotional, mental, and especially our subtle body for this exercise. The spleen needs to be connected energetically with the Cosco and with the Kolke Chumpi, the Kolke part. The Kolke belt is related with our throat and our mouth. So for that, we need to connect with light our spleen. So we're gonna make a thread or a cord with our imagination at the beginning, and then with our Kausai Pacha, our vital force, to connect the spleen with the Kolke Chumpi and the Cosco. And for that, we're gonna put our hands in our mouth, right hand, our left hand in our belly. And we're gonna create a thread. Imagine a thread in your hands. And for that, we're gonna roll it like creating and holding that thread, rounding our hands together, and we're gonna put that light, that cord of light, made of light, in our spleen. We're gonna change our hands, your left hand in your mouth, your right hand in your Costco. Breathe out. Breathe in. And roll your hands, imagining that you are creating this thread of light and making recover your spleen as you breathe out. The lightning function, the lightning state, like a little sun bringing light to the mysterious side. Again, your right hand in your mouth, your left hand in your Costco. Breathe out, breathe in, and create that thread. Pay attention to that and imagine that you are making this thread of light, and as you breathe out, make your spleen be a lantern, a little sun in your left side. Again, your left hand in your mouth, right hand in your Costco. Breathe out and breathe in, and slowly, gently create that thread and breathe out. And feel your spleen full of vitality, full of strength, full of confidence, kindness, sweetness, benevolence. Hold your hands in your spleen just for a moment. Close your eyes and imagine your spleen like a little sun, a light of yellow essence, bringing light to the left side, to the mystical side of your body. And gently take your hands to the heart, feeling gratitude for being alive, for having this body, for having this experience. And slowly join your palms of your hands in prayer. Open your eyes and you could say with me, Urpichai Sonkochai. Being grateful is the final state of any Andean yoga exercise. Being grateful. Gratefulness is the state of being open and receptive to the flow of energy. Comes in and comes out like a breath. Comes in and comes out. The blessings comes in, the actions, the right actions comes out. The inspiration comes in and the right thoughts comes out. The gratefulness comes in and the love for anyone, for everything comes out. So thank you for being there.